Hi, I'm Tori. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you are here. Today I am going to be talking about some common cruise terms and abbreviations. I know before I went on my first cruise, I had a lot of questions, and I would see people talk about different things like the MDR or muster drill or tendering, and I had no idea what those terms meant. So I had to go Google them and find out what they meant. And I sort of wished that somebody had made a video just explaining all these terms. So I decided to do that for those of you who are new and may wonder what these terms mean. So let's start off with muster, M-U-S-T-E-R. So it's muster, not mustard. And so muster just means to assemble or to gather. So when you get on your cruise, they're going to tell you to go do your muster drill. That's the first thing that they want you to do. And so all that means is that you will go to your location for your muster drill, and they will tell you about the life jackets and the safety procedures. So the reason it's called muster, or to gather, is because previous to COVID, from what I understand, cruises would have you go all together. In other words, everybody on the ship had to go to the location together for this safety information. But now cruises just have you go and they swipe your medallion or your sign and sell card, and you do it individually. So it only takes just a couple of minutes to do that. So that's what muster means. The next term we're going to talk about is tender. And tender is where you are on the cruise ship, but maybe the cruise ship cannot port at a particular location. So let's say that it goes to, I'm not sure which ports don't have where they can't port, but let's just say that they can't port there for some reason. And so you would go on a smaller boat that takes you over to the port or the island. And so that is called a tender. So it's called tendering to the other location, or you tender to that location. So that's what the word tender means. So the next one is MDR. And MDR just stands for main dining room. So I know that was one of the ones that I kept trying to figure out, what is MDR? And that's what it means, simply main dining room. And that's where you will eat your dinner every night unless you choose to eat somewhere else. So you will choose if you want to have a late dining or a early dining, or if you want to have something called YTD, which is your time dining. So you may see that abbreviated YTD, and it just means your time dining. Your time dining usually means that you can go anywhere between 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and you let them know, usually through an app, that you are ready to dine, and then they will let you know when your table is ready, and then you have about 10 to 15 minutes to go down after they let you know that your table is ready. So that's what that means. And then the next one we're going to talk about is PVP, which stands for Personal Vacation Planner. A personal vacation planner is someone who works for the cruise line. And so when you call Carnival or you call Royal Caribbean or whatever cruise line you're going on, they will have a personal vacation planner who will help you to set up your cruise, decide when you want to go on the cruise, what ship you want to take, the ports, all of that information, what kind of room you want. So they will help you plan your cruise. And something related to that is TA, travel agent. So a travel agent basically does the same thing as a personal vacation planner. It's just that they're an independent person. Instead of working for the cruise line, they have their own travel agency many times, or usually, or they work for our travel agency. So that's another related term that you may see. And then something else you'll see if you book your own cruise, or that you may hear from a travel agent or a personal vacation planner, is GTY. GTY is just their abbreviation for guarantee. So if you are booking your own cruise, they may tell you that they will guarantee you a certain type of room. So they will guarantee you, for example, a ocean view room or a balcony room, but they don't guarantee you a certain specific room. So in other words, they will guarantee you a room in that category, but you don't get to choose your particular cabin number. So just keep that in mind if you're booking your cruise, that, you know, it just means that you are guaranteed a room in that category. The next one is B2B. That's the letter B, the number 2, and then the letter B. So that just means back to back. So many people book back to back cruises. So they may be booking this cruise on the same ship, so it may be back to back that way, or they may book a cruise and then they're getting on another ship, so it's again back to back. So that's what that means. Then the next one is Lido, L-I-D-O. Lido is a certain deck on the ship, and it's usually where you find the pools, the hot tub, the buffet, and most of the time it's deck 9 or above. So just keep in mind if somebody's talking about going to the Lido, but they may be talking about going to the buffet or something else that's located on that particular deck. Another one is the Promenade, or Promenade, however you would prefer to pronounce it. And that is a deck where you can walk all the way around the ship. So if you like to get your exercise in, you like to walk, that's probably where you would like to go. Many times you'll find that's deck 5 on many ships. And then aft, A-F-T, that's the back of the ship. The bow, B-O-W, is the front of the ship. And then starboard, the starboard side of the ship, means the right-hand side when you're facing the front of the ship. And then as opposed to that is the port side, which is the left-hand side when you're facing the front of the ship. And the way you can remember that is port and left both have 4 letters. So that makes it easier to remember that. So those are the ones that I had questions about before I went on my first cruise. So I thought it might be helpful for you to know. One other one that I'm going to mention, just because it comes up in so many Facebook groups or chats, is what does the upside down pineapples mean? And upside down pineapples mean that the person or the people staying in that cabin are swingers. So if you're not into that lifestyle, you may want to avoid those rooms. Of course, if you are, no judgment here, that's your business, and at least now you know what it means. So sometimes you'll hear people kind of kid other new cruisers about that because they don't know what it means. So I hope that you found some of this to be very helpful. I know that I would have found it helpful before I went on my first cruise. So again, I'm Tori. If you found this video to be useful to you, I would really appreciate you giving it a like. And I would also really appreciate you subscribing. I'm trying to get to my first 100 subscribers, and so it would really mean so much to me if you would subscribe. So thanks again for being here.